Hi, I'm Lee with BFRX and we're going to be doing some post-recovery movement. This is a great way to end your workout. It helps bring you back to a balanced state, stretches out those muscles, opens up the joints, and just calms the body. So all you will need is a chair. Let's go ahead and begin. Place your hands onto the chair. And just like I like to do with the warm-ups, I like to add that down facing dog a little bit slower though in my recovery movement. So I'm going to stretch on back here, lengthen through my spine, slightly bending my knees. Inhale and exhale forward. And again, lengthen back. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come forward. One more like this. Stretch on back. And I want you to just hold it here, lengthen through the spine, lengthen the back of the legs. You're going to feel those hamstrings, all that tension right here. You want that to just try to dissipate right here. You can move the hips side to side if you like, kind of releasing the tension in the lower back as well. And let's go ahead now, step your right leg forward and left leg comes back. And you're just going to kind of hold this position here. If you need to come up to those fingertips for flexibility, or if you need to bring some blocks underneath your hands or some books, do so to help keep that spine nice and long. And from here, I want you to move your hips now to the right, and then move your hips back to center. And that little movement right here, we're going to stretch the outside of the hip and the IT band. This is also a great exercise to do at the wall, because you maybe a little bit more support. Even better, I like doing this one on my bar, because I can hold on for more support as I do this one. Okay, let's switch out the legs. Other leg, come forward. And right here, stretching through the back of the leg, lengthen through your spine, keeping your back nice and flat. Remember, fingertips come up here. If your back is rounding, I want you to lengthen. You can even come up high here, just hinging at that hip, getting the stretch of the leg. You can keep a slight bend in the knee, you don't want to lock it out. Then move your hips to the outside and back to center. And one more, side and back to center. Let's go ahead and now switch the other leg again. This time we're going to try to just move that foot back nice and far. Stretch through your hip flexor, tuck your pelvis under, and then see if you can just twist from here. And twist and look back towards the hand, feeling that in your hip flexor, a little bit deeper. Maybe you can sink a little lower. And go ahead now. Slowly bring that foot on in. You can tap it in, gently like this. You can either bring your foot on here and stretch your quad like this and tuck your pelvis under. Or you can also use a strap on the back of the foot and hold that leg up that way as well to stretch through your quadricep. If you feel comfortable enough, you can bring your foot off the chair. Unless you need that support, use the support of the chair to help hold that leg up. And then release that leg down. Other leg, you can slowly tap it back like this. Use that chair for support. And then stretch through your hip flexor. And then twist, looking back towards the hand, breathing here. And then come back forward, tap the foot on in. You can use the support of the chair to hold on to that leg and stretch through the quadricep. Or use your strap to stretch your quadricep. The strap just gets placed on the top of the foot where the shoelaces are and helps kind of hold that position. And then release that leg down. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead, turn that chair on in. You're going to use the chair here, place your right leg onto the chair, and I want you to just work to the outside edge of the foot, and you're going to stretch through your hip muscles, the glutes, open that knee, and I want you to keep your back nice and flat and elongated. So if you round here, you lose that stretch in the hips. So keeping your hips pressing back, a hinging motion, open this knee up as much as you can, And try to keep that ankle in a nice position, so don't let the ankle fall in here. I keep my foot flexed so it keeps my knee protected as I do the stretch. So foot is active and it goes all the way to that hip. And then you go ahead into the other side. You don't have to hold on with both hands either. Bring the foot on up. I'm gonna show a different angle here. I keep my foot flexed, strong position, and then I stretch forward and hinge my hips back to get a stretch in my hip. And then come on up. All right, let's go ahead and use the wall now for our stretch right here. So bring your arm on up to the wall, and you're just gonna circle that arm back, and then just hold there and move away, taking your gaze away from the shoulder. So you feel your chest and your shoulder stretching. And so the closer you are to the wall, the more flexibility you have in that shoulder. So if this is really challenging, you just walk further away from the wall to make it a little easier. And you don't want to overdo it, you just want to feel a nice stretch. You want to feel that tension release. So make sure you breathe through it. And move to the other side now. Lift the arm on up, circle it back. Bring your gaze away from that shoulder so you feel it across the clavicle and then the top of the chest, upper pecs. And let's go ahead and finish one more standing stretch here. Bring your feet nice and wide, toes are forward. I want you to just hinge back here to those hips. So feel those hamstrings stretch a little bit more. You can either place your forearm down or keep your hand onto the chair. And what we're gonna do right here is we're just going to twist. So bring the hand to the hip and twist. So if you're not feeling enough of a twist, I want you to come down here and twist from here. You can even reach your arm up to get a deeper stretch as well. And then switch other side. Hand to the hip, twist. You'll also feel the stretch in the inner thigh as well, where you may feel it there. And go ahead and come on up. So let's go ahead and finish sitting down onto our chair. We're gonna go ahead and hold on to the base of that chair nice and tight. You're gonna pull that shoulder down and bring your ear away from that shoulder and that neck. So all that tension that we always carry in those traps, we're gonna try to release that by bringing our ear to the other shoulder and holding on strong to the chair. So as you're here, you can just manipulate just a little tilt of the chin. You'll feel more of the front of the neck stretch. Maybe just slowly looking down to the ground. You'll feel more of the back of the neck stretch. And then just release that shoulder. Just do a couple of circles here. All right, other side, holding on. Bring your ear to the opposite shoulder. And every time I do this stretch, I always think, man, I can do this every single day. Carry so much tension here in our necks and our traps. It can limit us when we're doing our workouts and with shoulder movements. A lot of people have so much neck tension, it's hard to do that. So working this out is a really good way to help prevent having further tension issues when you're exercising. So this is a great thing just to incorporate. If you even do this, outside of a workout, you can do it anytime you're sitting on a chair. Bring your neck down, stretch the back of the neck. And when you're ready to move the neck on up. And the last thing I want you to do, things, I want you just to release that lower back. So You're gonna bring your feet apart here, and I want you just to let go of that lower back, bring those arms forward. So if this doesn't feel good, you don't have to do the stretch. Maybe you wanna have a chair right here and do it this way as well. If folding all the way over doesn't feel comfortable, you can modify it by doing that or even using the wall, kind of walking down. But this right here, keeping those knees nice and open, letting your body come to the inside of those legs, releasing that tension in your lower back. It should hopefully feel really good. I like to kind of move side to side here. Every time I move side to side, I feel each side of my lower back release. And then when you come on up, you can just slowly roll on up. Take your index finger to the top of the ceiling or towards the ceiling. And then you want to circle back to the corners of the room, opening the shoulders and chest for just one more time. And hold the inside of the legs or into the knees and just round your spine, bring your chin to your chest and around here. And then right here, I just want you to take a deep breath in. Let go of all that tension. Take 2 more deep breaths in. I think after we work out, sometimes we just hold lots of tension in our bodies. Inhale and exhale, release. Even times with stress, you want to just use that breathing technique. I know we hear it, but using it, it really does help calm the body and let go of some of that tension in the muscles. So one more time, let's get a deep breath in for 8 counts. And then slowly release for 8. Great work. You are finished with this post-recovery movement. Hopefully you're feeling a lot better and more relaxed and your muscles are feeling a lot less tense. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon.